a version of you the world sees, and a version of you that only exists when no one's watching. The one carrying the weight, the questions, the truth you don't always say aloud.
In a world that tells women to keep it together, to be strong, to be polished, to be everything for everyone.
Well, this is the space where we take that armor off. No fixing, no pretending, no performing.
Just honest conversations about who we are when we're finally unplugged.
Hi,
Hello.
this is Norka,
And this is Chris.
and we are SHE Unplugged. So, what's this about? What are we here doing? What are we doing
We
here?
are unapologetic ourselves. We want to
Yes.
talk about life. We want to talk about realness in everybody's life. We're going to have a few questions after each episode to really get you to go inside yourself and think about yourself, about what you're doing in the world, about how you're feeling about yourself every day. So, let's go on with the show. But I think it's going to be pretty fun. Pretty fun. Absolutely.
This is definitely gonna be super cool. I mean, definitely that's what it is about. It's to know, and I think I said it somewhere in the little promos that we started creating. So it's just that we are perfectly imperfect
Yes.
human beings and just doing the best we can. And guess what? It's just the whole fact of, sometimes not having who to talk to, sometimes thinking, life is not the best sometimes. Kids are too much, or things are happening,
Mhm.
and then to look for a place where we are just building a community.
Yes.
Just
Absolutely.
being a community, knowing that somebody has your back, knowing that somebody went through what you're going through and maybe they can help you out,
Mhm.
knowing that you can probably help somebody with your story and what you have. So this is what we decided to do.
Right.
One day, we've been working on this for quite some time.
For a while, a few months. No, actually, a
Quite
year.
a
We
few
talked
months.
about it.
Yes.
And then life got in the way. Which is something else we're going to talk about as we talk about the
Yes.
episodes about your dream, your life, what you give up to really do the things that you love. That's something
Mhm.
we're going to talk about. But the way our story started is we talked about it about a year ago. And we said, we're busy. We do many things. And we are on an Uber ride to New York for a weekend. And we just started chatting about this and that and just making each other laugh. And the Uber driver's like, I don't know what you guys are talking about, because we were talking English and Spanish, right? Just a little bit of everything. But if you guys had a podcast, I would listen.
Yes.
And we said, what? It was like this moment where we looked at each other and said, what?
That's our sign.
That's our sign. And we literally went to New York, came back. That was in November.
Yeah.
Came back and said,
December.
Beginning
Beginning of December.
You're right. This
honey.
beginning of
Yeah.
December. We got back and said, we're going to do this. We're
and
going to
that's
do this.
it.
And,
Yeah.
and let's be fearless. Let's get
Mhm.
this done. And here we are. And this is
here
our
we are.
first episode. And thank you. Thank you
Yes.
for tuning in. Thank you for being here. Again, like Chris said, we're building a community. We're going to tell our story. We want to hear your story. Your stories, people in your family, friends and family that have gone through the things that we're going to talk about during all these episodes. It's so important to share. It's so important to just let go and not keep everything inside, because it's part of our healing.
Yeah. Feel that you're not alone.
Yeah.
Feel that, there's so much out there that you don't know, and there's so much that you would like to share,
Right.
or just feel supported, or feel, be able to scream whenever you feel like screaming, and feel whatever you want to feel. And at the end of the day, just kind of know that it's okay.
Yes.
That it's
I think,
fine.
you know what
That,
it is, too? We live in this age of, I'm gonna date myself. I'm in my early 50s, and it's when I was young, coming up and a new mom, we didn't have social media. We didn't have all this. When people's life seemed so perfect. I know we're like trying to get ready for this episode where I go, my God, my hair, my outfit, my this, but you know what? Just flow with it and be real. But as I was saying, in the age of social media now, it's like we feel like everybody's life is perfect. Actually, it's not. I think everybody's just trying to figure themselves out with whatever issue they're dealing with.
Yeah, exactly. So that's, we just wanted to be two, ladies here available for everybody and to share our experiences and maybe our experiences y todo lo que hemos pasado and everything that we've gone through and everything that's happening that maybe will help you as well. So, and then we want to hear what you have to say too.
Yes, community. You know? Again, we're gonna have our platforms and we're gonna have our website and all these different, what do I call it? Like websites and our social media handles, all of that. So you can go in and really share your story and let us know if this resonates with you, even if it doesn't, or if there's issues that we have covered or that you like, or issues that we haven't covered and that we should. Right? There's so much going on in the world right now, so I know everybody has a lot of opinions.
Yes.
So, are we ready for everybody's opinions?
Are we ready? We're ready for everything.
Are we ready?
Okay.
I'm gonna take a deep breath because I don't know, but okay, bring it on.
Absolutely.
Bring it on.
And it's definitely, one of the imperfections and one of the just layback things that I love to look into is like, there's phones ringing in the back and we have one of my little dogs decided to come and sit here. So this is where
we heard his name.
Yeah. So this is where we are. So just, raw, just let's have fun.
Yeah.
And then it was only fair that people would know who we are first. So, so like right now, what's your story?
What's my story? That's a big question. How do I start with what's my story? Oh my God. I was thinking about this other day. I feel like I've lived a lot of lives. And, some good, some great, some challenging, right? We're going to talk about that as well. Yeah. But who am I today? I am a mom to a beautiful daughter who's about to turn 21 years old. So I'm almost an empty nester. So that's a whole challenge and a whole stage of life that many people have gone through and many other people are like waiting to get there when my kids leave the house. Oh my God, it's going to be so great. It's great, but then there's a lot of other challenges with them. They become adults. So you have children challenges and you have adulthood challenges that you have to deal with your kids. But who am I? I have trouble sometimes talking about myself.
Okay.
Not trouble. I always tell people to be their biggest cheerleaders, and I am not my biggest cheerleader sometimes. That's something I need to work on. I think a lot of us do. Definitely something I need to work on.
You're a cheerleader to other people.
All the time.
Because you're
my number one cheerleader. You're a cheerleader. Like I when I was having moments like, oh my God, doing the show and this and that, and Chris, we got this. We're gonna do this, and it's like this push, and it just comes so natural to you. It doesn't come that natural to me. I have my moments, right? So to talk about myself is, I am a mom. I've been in corporate America forever. Never really been on my own. I think doing this is a big challenge for me because it's something that I've been wanting to do. It's a creative project, right? I think sometimes when you're in corporate America, and a lot of us are, and a lot of us were there for a while and then stopped, but we don't do the things that we want to do creatively, and for me, speaking to people and helping people and telling people stories and listening to people's stories, which we're going to get to that. We're going to listen to some very interesting stories in the next episodes coming up and a few episodes later coming up. But I think that's what I wanted to do. So doing this for me is a great challenge. So I'm just progressing in life. Even at my age, there's so much more that I need to look at. But mom, I work in corporate, early 50s, 2-time breast cancer survivor, and oldest sister. So we wear a lot of hats. So I know you wear a lot of hats. I want to talk about this right here, about all the hats that she wears. So who are you and what do you kind of want to share with everybody?
Well, if we go along that line, absolutely yes. I have 3 incredible little ones. Some little,
they're not that little.
Some more than that.
They're not that little. No.
Yeah. So I have. Yeah, I'm almost, like you said, empty nester. So almost 21 years old, but that's not going to happen. It's my boy. He's 20. Amazing kid, baseball player in college. I have an incredible 16-year-old, a firecracker.
Incredibly smart.
Incredibly smart. She's so awesome in high school. And then I have the little tiny thing
who's our assistant, by the way.
Our assistant. She's behind everything right now.
Yeah,
making us smile.
She's tough though.
She's
like, I don't like that.
No,
move that.
Yeah,
that doesn't look
she's
good.
the toughest thing. Oh,
and I'm like, yes, ma'am.
So, and then she's right there behind. She's 9 years old, and she's so amazing. So I'm so blessed. I feel so true joy to say that I'm a mom of those 3 incredible human beings. And then on the other side, on the professional side, realtor, loan officer, and insurance, and a little bit of everything.
I by the way, I counted like 10 different careers or I want to call them jobs, but like careers and things you've done in your life that are all completely different, and she's excelled in all of them. So
thank you. I love to have.
I counted like 10 throughout your lifetime, about 10.
I love to have,
because we worked together at the beginning of one of your careers.
Yes,
she's had many.
Yes,
and after that, you did so many things. Life happened. We didn't hear from each other for a long time. And just like 3 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago, we connected again, right? So I'm over here talking to her about, so what have you done? Like, of course, aside from her 3 kids, like what, and I'm like, and she goes to me, because I did this, and I taught out of college, and I did real estate, and I flipped houses, and, many other things. And I go to her, well, I'm still in media. And she's like, you're still doing the same thing.
It blows my mind.
And I said, I'm doing the same thing. Yeah. It's like, I'm grateful for my job, and I'm grateful for all the different, the companies I've worked for and everything that I've done. But, that got me thinking, and I'm like, yeah. And then she's telling me about all the different things that she does. So I think for me, like I mentioned before, doing this really is helping me creatively to do different things. But you hit it out the park. You've done a lot of different things. You've learned in every way, and everything you've done with one career or one job that you've done has helped you with the other ones. Yeah. And that's why
yes, absolutely, it is. And I want to say I think one time I said it's like I change my hat every 4 years type of thing.
You got that 4-year itch?
I have that 4-year itch. So yes, I will teach her a little bit, and then I will do this and I will do that, and then every 4 years I think I change something. But the only one consistent in it's being family and then the closest friends, my center. And then just go with the flow. But then that's when everything changes at the same time, because I think we all do. We change. Like even though, like you said, you've had the same career or, doing the same thing for whatever amount of years, it's still, you have evolved within the same thing.
Well, you've had to a lot of times, and in whatever industry you're in, if you don't evolve, so
then it's fine, because sometimes I think about it and I'm like, oh my God, should I just stay in one thing? I mean, what would it
please don't
be doing
the world needs
if
to
I
see
stay
you
in one thing?
The world needs to see all your different facets, right? Think about it. I'm glad you didn't.
Can I handle that? I don't think so. But because everybody's different, and then that's when it comes to like, okay, so if you're not, Norka, the mom and in media and corporate America and wife and whatnot, so then what would you be? Like, if all of that comes down, what would you do? Like, just forget about everything else.
Like all the hats would come up. I would definitely be traveling a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I would travel the world, helping people in whatever capacity I can.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can build a house. Maybe I can. I don't know. Teaching, just doing those things. I think that's always been in my wheelhouse, something that I've been wanting to do. So for me, it would be just, grabbing my passport and my bag and saying, oh, well, where do they need me now? And just flying with no cake in the plane, of course, but flying somewhere and helping people. I think that's what I would be. And you know what? Maybe after I retire and, another facet of my life comes in, maybe that is what I'll end up doing. Because that's basically what my heart is. How about you?
Because I think we all have a little bit of that, like, because at one point I said, when I thought about it, I was like, I'll be a chick with a passport, right? So I'll just go and have fun and travel. And I think that's what it is. I think we probably go there because it's the complete opposite of where we're at. If you think about it.
It's
and that takes that, I think that speaks of not just us, but like every woman. You have to be the consistent one. I think we think that we have to be the one that it's always there, like the center, like the kids, like the house, like the job, like the husband.
You're the nucleus. You're here.
We are the nucleus. We're the center, and everything up. So then, if we say, girl, like, what would you do? If you're not doing all,
you're like, I'm gonna grab my bags and run.
I'm just gonna grab my bags and run. Absolutely, yes.
In a nice way. Oh my God, our families would be like, what do you mean? Do they want to grab their bags? No, we're not.
No, it's not that. It's just normal life. It's just because why don't we do that while we do everything else?
Right. Balance. We got to balance.
Why don't we balance?
Yeah.
And I think that's when sometimes we as women don't have that much of that balance. You know, it's like if you think about it, you're like, for example, I don't know, it happens to me. A cada rato. I'll be sitting down and I want to watch a movie, take a couple of hours.
But then your phone rings and then your email goes off.
Dios mío. Yes.
And then somebody knocks at the door.
And then
a package arrives.
And everything. And then it's like, am I really going to watch it? I swear to you, Norka, and I've told this to my brother, and every time I tell him, he goes crazy because he's like, what? Sometimes it takes me 3 days to finish a movie.
No,
3 days.
Not
3
me.
days.
I'll finish that movie.
No. That's what I'm saying. Like, sometimes it takes me 3 whole days to finish a 2-hour movie, and I can do it. And I'm like, why don't we? And sometimes I say that, like, why don't we just feel that it's okay? Let me just sit here and watch my movie and don't want to be bothered. But it's not because of we don't want to be bothered. It's because we don't make our time. Like,
yeah.
You do that.
You're really good.
I don't.
Okay. So you're really
maybe
good.
You do better.
No, you're really good with your calendar.
Oh.
Your calendar is like,
if it's not in my calendar, it doesn't happen. That's what I tell my kids.
It's not in her calendar. It's not happening. It doesn't exist. What is your name? I don't know anything about her calendar. I bend it a little bit. I'm not so much on it. My daughter, on the other hand, has me on her calendar, and she is straight with her calendar. So, then put it on your calendar. I'm gonna watch a movie on Monday movie nights, or I know it's easier said than done.
Every week.
Okay,
I have on my calendar.
So watch
every morning
movie, and then next Monday watch the other half if you have to.
In my calendar every morning at 8:00 in the morning. Well, 7:45. It's in my calendar that I'm gonna go to the gym. When does that happen?
Yeah, we talked about it the other day. You in the gym. Yeah, I think blocking out that time for what you want to do is hard. But you have to do it because it catches up with you later. Otherwise, you're on this hamster wheel, and a month goes by, 3 months goes by, 6 months go by. You're like, oh, what happened to that project I wanted to do? Or what happened to that workout or that gym I wanted to join? Which we talked about. That's usually what happens. And it's not easy, but I guess you have to put the time into saying time for yourself, which is one of the things that, like you say, if we take off all our hats, what we want to do, travel, do these other things. But what if we just take that back and just do little bits of that, like a weekend getaway, a weekend to go somewhere, taking time to read that book or watch a movie.
Yeah.
Like take a weekend, like go into a hotel on a Saturday night, like just check in by yourself and just watch all the movies that you want.
Yes.
Wouldn't that be great? Your eyes open this big.
Absolutely.
You think you've never done it?
I'm like, no, I have. Oh my God, I know. And I love that about you. And then I love that.
You know what I said? Can I just tell you what I did? Like not too long ago. Unfortunately, I had COVID, right? So I'm home, and my daughter teaches little children. She's an amazing dance teacher. So she teaches little girls, and she's like, Mom, you can't be in this house because I can't get COVID. I teach these kids, whatever. And my husband's like, well, I got to go to work, and we sleep together in this bed. I'm like, okay, guys, I'm leaving. Friday to Sunday, I booked a hotel by the beach by myself. I wore my mask. I was responsible. I checked in. I had my little teddy bear with me. I put him in the luggage so nobody could see him. Like, where's this woman's child? And I went up to this room. Oh, it couldn't have been more perfect.
But you know what? It took COVID for you to do that.
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
And then my husband's like, where are you going?
What?
He's like, what do you mean you checked into a hotel? I said, first of all, I can't sleep with you. I'm not going to sleep upstairs by myself all these days. I feel like I can't move around. Here, I'm at the beach. So what I was responsible at night, I would watch the sunrise and the sunset Fridays. And when I tell you it was the best weekend ever, ordered room service. I'm like, leave it outside. I would bring the food in, watch TV, had my Netflix, slept like a baby. I was in heaven. But guess what? Why don't you do that for yourself one day?
I say it all the time.
Yeah, but that
I told you.
I know.
I put it in my calendar every morning at 7:45
to go to the gym.
After I drop off the baby, I call her the baby, to the bus stop to go to the gym.
Yeah,
when does that happen? Ever? No, never. But then okay, it's
you know what?
Then you know what? Yeah, we should be doing those.
No, but let me ask you this. I'm gonna give you this. I'm gonna let's talk about this. So you're seeing it as a task, right? So you're saying I gotta get up, take the baby to the bus. I have my workout clothes in 7:45. Hit the gym. I pass by. I don't do it. Think about how you're gonna feel after. You know what gets me to work out all the time? It's not getting up, putting on my clothes, and going to the gym. Trust me, I don't want to do that. I want to watch TV.
Well, you love it.
I want to have a glass of wine. I do love it, but there's days that I don't. But I think about the aftermath, right? If I think about how I feel after, how I burn all my calories, how I'm all sweaty and I feel great. So think about the after,
but
instead of the beginning of it, and that'll make you go.
I totally get it, because what I used to call my happy hour before, it was not about 4:00 in the afternoon.
No shots, no tequila, no.
Oh my God, tequila, no.
No.
My happy hour was going to the gym. When I used to go to the gym at 5:00 in the morning, I will wake up before everybody wakes up, and I will go to the gym 5 to 6. It was beautiful. It was perfect. I will feel the breeze. It doesn't matter.
You would come home and watch the sunrise.
I just come and sit down and have my coffee, and then that was my happy hour.
So what's wrong? Why did you do a happy hour?
Yeah. Why didn't I do it again? I have no idea.
I don't know about 5, maybe 7. That's a little early, but do your happy hour.
You know what? 5 is awesome. And but this is what I'm saying. So life gets in the way.
Right.
And then we come here and then we create this beautiful thing. Like I said, just kind of helping each other and sharing each other. And then, you know what? Now maybe we could even find ourselves accountable. Yeah. Now that I'm saying it out loud to a whole bunch of people that probably I don't even know
yet. Going to the gym
and tomorrow. Exactly. So then when, it goes through all the different phases. And then we used to do that. It was more free world. And then you're like, oh, you become a mom and you're not, it's different. It's just that it's not a free world anymore. But it is that we take on so much more, right? We're taking on all the different, levels and capacities and stuff. And then, we just have to kind of learn to navigate it and be okay with it.
No, and to also take the pause. We need a pause. We need a pause. And I think that pause could be different for different people, right? Yeah. For you, it's a happy hour going to the gym. For other people, maybe I want to go paint, or I want to go play music, or I want to go learn salsa, I want to do this, I want to do that. Like whatever that is, I think we don't give it. Like my daughter's like, Mom, you should go take a dance class. And I was like, no, I don't think so. She goes, you should go. It's great. It's good for you. And I'm like, I should try it. So you know what I've called this year for myself?
Yeah.
My year of yes.
Okay.
So not everything gets a yes, but whatever I feel like I've been holding in my heart and that are good suggestions, I would do that.
That's a good one.
This my first yes was this podcast. This is my first yes.
Because you were definitely, like you were saying, not really comfortable with doing it.
I don't know. Should we do this? I don't. I was having like that. That's it. Like, the imposter syndrome. I'm not. I don't think so. I can't do it. No, it's yes. It's what I want. And this is my first yes.
I love it. People, year of
this is my first yes. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. And I think this is kind of a start of, doing something different and knowing that, hey, there's two ladies right here just talking about their lives, and we're going to be vulnerable and we're going to talk a lot about what we've gone through. And then I'm sure it's going to be the same or similar, or even maybe it might be a little tiny thing when we hear all your stories. And that's what we're here for. Like, share being vulnerable, sharing each other's stories,
Right.
and then having fun together, hopefully at some time, become a movement and have groups and get together in the park and
That's what we
just
want.
go for a walk and then just put your hair up and just, all these things that we're saying that sometimes we don't do or we wish to do.
We're your
You don't
cheerleaders
see
to
them
tell you to
together.
go and do it.
Exactly.
I think at the end of every show that we have, or every episode, I think what we want to do is, motivation. I know there's a lot of people that go out there and they motivate, they do things, and there's a lot of great things for us to listen to out there. But we want to be that friend, someone that you feel like your neighbor, your friend, a friend of yours is telling you, you know what, why don't you do that? I think that's good for you. We want to show and kind of hold you accountable and say, did you just think about you saying you want to do that painting?
Yeah.
Or you wanted to just play that guitar again? Then do it.
Just
do
be
it. Why
like
not?
little boys too, because the same way that we just talked about ourselves a little bit and say, about who we really are today, like mom and realtor and this and everything else. And then we talk a little bit about who we are behind, when no one's watching. So ask yourself the same question.
Yeah.
Who would you be when no one's watching you? And why not do it?
We're here to cheer you on.
Yeah.
Promise.
And this is She Unplugged.
She Unplugged. Thank you so much for joining us on our first episode. See you guys again. Tune in.
Thank you.
Bye.
Before you go, take this with you. You don't have to have everything figured out. You don't have to be perfect or strong all the time.
This space is just a reminder that you're human, you're doing your best, and that's more than enough.
This is She Unplugged. Thanks for being here.
And we'll see you next time.